The New Age and conspiracy movements have long been obsessed with the link between the Nazis and the occult. Tonight I wanted to make a video to look at the case of the enigmatic German Count Rudolf Von Sebottendorf, the German occultist at the root of the National Socialist movement. The man who had come to be known as Rudolf Von Sebottendorf was born Adam Alfred Rudolf Glauer in Prussia on the 9th of November 1875. Newspapers from the mid to late 1900s seemed to indicate that Glauer had begun to amass a criminal record as something of a con man. This would make him far from the first con man to go on and graduate to become a cult leader. Joseph Smith comes to mind. This is vodka. Hey. Possibly because of his legal troubles, Adam Glauer traveled to Turkey, where by 1911 he had become a citizen of the Ottoman Empire. In the Ottoman Empire, Glauer was adopted by Baron Heinrich von Sebottendorf, after which he assumed the Sabotendorf name and the title of Count. Sabotendorf had his first encounters with occult philosophies while in the Ottoman Empire in the form of Sufism and Freemasonry. The Turkish Freemasons Sabotendorf associated with were heavily involved in the revolutionary politics of that country. Sabotendorf inherited a library of esoteric texts from a Freemason. This included Sufi, Masonic, Kabbalistic, and Rosicrucian texts. Back in Germany, Sabotendorf had come in contact with the Germanenorden in 1916. The Germanenorden was part of the Völkisch movement, which sought a renaissance of Germanic folk culture. The Völkisch movement contained strong elements of romantic nationalism, which would figure heavily into Sabotendorf's later occult philosophy. In Munich, Sabotendorf established the Tula Society. The name Tula was inspired by ancient legends of a lost land in the extreme north. You gotta put on chapstick. It's important in the winter. It was in this hypothesized lost land of Ultima Thule where Sabotendorf saw the origins of the Germanic race. The Tula Society maintained a paper called the Völkische Beobachter. I think that's what it's called. That translates to the Völkisch Observer in English. A member of the Tula Society, Anton Drexler, founded a right-wing workers' party called the Deutsche Arbeiterparty, or the German Workers' Party. In 1919, Adolf Hitler joined the German Workers' Party. He was undercover on an assignment from the German military with the goal of gathering intelligence on the radical workers' organization. Impressed with their patriotism and anti-Semitism, he excelled quickly through the ranks of the organization, and the rest is history. The Völkisch Observer remained the propaganda organ of the Nazi Party throughout their reign in Germany. As the National Socialist movement began to take off, its political aspirations took precedence over its occult dabblings. Sabotendorf faded into obscurity. In 1933, he published the book Before Hitler Came, documenting the National Socialist movement in its early years before Adolf Hitler joined the Deutsche Arbeiterparty. Sabotendorf found himself in hot water with the Nazis over publishing this book, but due to his connections to the early members of the movement, he was able to get himself out of trouble and return to Turkey. As if he could not outlive the movement he helped build, Sabotendorf died mysteriously in the Bosphorus Strait in Turkey on the 8th of May, 1945. His death was considered by many to have been a suicide. However, considering that he was working as a double agent for the British and German governments at the time, I consider this unlikely. Multiple writings of Sabotendorf are still available today, including Before Hitler Came, although I don't know if it is translated into English. His other writings deal with Masonry, Sufism, and the occult.